Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. I am your host, Edgar De Jesus, and yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with John J.J. Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and the famous Zach, the Pool Boy Nicholas. Today, we're talking about the Pool Nation categories that the pool pros have chosen for 2023, and we're answering a couple of your questions. I want to welcome everyone to our live podcast, a podcast where it's all pool talk, and we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. But before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors for this podcast, the Ultimate Pool Tools, the SPPA, Blu-ray XL, Aquastar Pool Products, Natural Chemistry, Raypack, and Heritage Pool Supply. We want to thank them for their continued support. Mr. Zacharias, good evening. Normally we say good morning, but today we're saying good evening. How are you?
Good. We just switched it from AM to 9:30 p.m. So no, I'm doing
How'd you
really.
like that, John? Shots fired like quick.
Perfect.
I'm sure John's got some in the chamber coming for you, but
Ah.
I'm just tripping because we're halfway through the year. It flew by. And I feel like every time we get halfway through the year, I'm just like, the older I get, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're already halfway through the year. And are already ramping up and talking about awards and the show coming up and everything. And before we know it, we're gonna all be hanging out and in Vegas. And it just seems like 2023 has been an absolute blur so far.
Yeah, but you've had a good week this week. I mean, you had a couple months that were a little rough there, but this week was a good week for you.
Yeah, this week was a good week. And I mean, rough months, yeah, but huge progression. So it was all worth it, in the end. And we've got some new people joining our team, and we're super excited about that. So uh, just keep killing it.
I apologize. I was trying to I muted mic so you guys wouldn't hear me click clack while I gave some shout outs out here. Jeanette, Benny, Mama's already on. She's big shout out to Janie out there. Um, Mr. JJ, what's going on, man? I mean, today I talked to you a couple times. How many times did we talk today? Like 3, 4 times?
Maybe 5, 6.
Maybe 5, 6.
Yeah.
And then so far you were having a good day
Everything
and
was
all
going
that kind of
smooth,
stuff.
man. It was just
And you're like, let's do this at 8 o'clock. I got it. And then all of a sudden, John just kind of goes
everything crumbles. Everything falls
yeah.
apart.
So, John, I'm seriously gonna start to pray for you tonight. I'm gonna start to do some dances and stuff like that because we got to get rid of that little cloud that's over your head.
Dude, there's some bad juju floating around out here in La Quinta, dude.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Dude, I'm telling you, I did some
right?
dude.
What did he do?
I mean, I guess everything can't go well for eventually something's gonna happen.
Right.
But yeah, whatever. But it is what it is. I mean, look, I still got a smile on my face. I'm sweating a little bit right now. It's a little hot in here, but
yeah,
life is good. And yeah, poor mama, love her. I've sent her on like 15 errands right now, and I'm telling her, go over here, go do this, go run to Lowe's, run to the old house, run do this, run do that. And I'm trying to manage what's going on right now because we have some people here working on the house doing some things, but yeah.
At this stage, she's just happy to go. She's like, I don't want to be in the house.
She's cool. She
loves TRX and drive
Yeah.
around and
You just hear
get that air cranking.
right? Everything. I'm gone. She's like, I'm ready to go.
Hey, Janie, I heard the truck all the way over here from Lowe's.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what it was. And the AC guys are here, right? And they're doing their thing. I'm like, look, guys, we can put an old one in. And I go, don't worry, I already sent my wife. She's already out to Lowe's. She's picking up another one.
Uh-huh.
And he's all da-da-da. And then I go, but we can just put the old one and come back later. I go, whatever you guys want to do, whatever's easiest for you. You know what I mean? Whatever. And I go, because I knew I had to jump on the podcast. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then I kind of walk over there and they're like, no, we know the TRX is fast. So we'll wait. We'll wait. I swear to God, those were the exact words. And I'm like, because she's jumping in the, I think she's mashing out any chance she can get. But those were their exact words with the big smile on their face. So the guys are just here waiting for it. But anyways,
That's awesome.
Here
So
we are.
Janie, are you listening in the TRX? I know she's out there. She's kind of commenting out there. So Janie, are you listening through the TRX? Or maybe just the phone.
No, yeah, she just came back. She's already home. She's out of the car. She jumped out. Yeah.
Gotcha. So anyways,
but yeah, I like doing the evening ones because look, especially you, Edgar, you are in a totally different mood. Like right now, you're like chillaxed. You're just totally just chill. Just like kumbaya. Life is, like you're out on the beach with your legs, feet kicked up and listening to the ocean, watching the sunset go down. And you're just no care in the world right now.
I have to tell you. So, and I've told you this before, John, it's like this week has been chaotic, and I'll talk about it for a minute here in a minute. But it's like everything gets chaotic and there's 50 things and we're like running behind on deadlines and the workload is big and stuff like that. But when I get to do the Instagram live and I get to do the podcast, it's like everything else just goes away. Like that's my time to just, it's this and nothing else can happen. Right.
Right. Yeah.
And then of course I'm with my two boys. So I'm going to have a good time and kind of, so every time I do the podcast and the Instagram live, I just I get into that carefree mode. You know what I mean? I mean, look at the shit show that we had on Wednesday and we still flew through that, baby. We got through that.
That was great. It turned out to be a wonderful live. I enjoyed it.
Did you see that, Zach? Did you see what happened to us?
John versus Edgar, and I didn't know which live to go to. And I was like, oh, who do I choose?
That's what everybody was saying. They're going back and forth.
You, John. He did go to you.
Yeah.
So it's okay, John. I was even jumping off mine to go to yours.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, I'm telling everybody, let's jump off of here and go to John's. And John is going, okay, everybody, let's jump off of here and go to Edgar's. So we just didn't have anything figured out.
But it worked out. I think it turned out really well. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, that's Instagram. It's like the biggest problem with Instagram right now is they're going through so many changes, trying to integrate it with Facebook and all that they have all kinds of nightmare issues right there. So anyways, who are you saying hey babe to?
Who, me?
Sorry, Michael. To the wife that joined.
What's that?
To my wife that joined. I'm not saying it to Michael. Sorry, Michael.
Wow, we're going. This is
you need this chat, dude. Wow. She sent you a private text on your phone because she's not on this chat right here. So
where do I get this chat from? How do I get on this chat? I need to start paying attention to this.
I'm in the chat now.
Where do I go?
She must have I can't give it to you now because everybody will be able to get it, John.
Oh yeah.
You can. Okay. It looks like it comes from Edgar too, so you can send whatever you want.
John, yeah, that's true because it's all one account. So you could say this is Edgar, you're a dork, and it'll seem like it's me. But Zach is over here calling, "Hey babe," for Leslie joining, but Leslie didn't come up in the thread until after the whole thing. So what's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? You Michael, look, Michael responded, "Hey babe." Big shout out to you out there, Michael. Mr. Howard Pringle saying hi, John. Hi, Janie. Shout out to you out there. And then, of course, Leslie, thanks for joining us and coming on. So, hey, if there's anything that you want to say about Zach in the chat, please, I'll definitely share that. If you have anything embarrassing or anything, feel free to. And then Todd's Pool Service. Good evening, guys. What's going on, Todd? Big shout out to you out there, brother. So.
Like the Father's Day gift I got.
Oh yeah, you should talk about that. That was a pretty good Father's Day gift.
Yeah. So I got back from Dallas late Friday night, and when I came in the house, I was greeted by a new puppy, and my kids came running up to me saying, "Happy Father's Day, Dad! Happy." I had no idea that we were getting a new puppy. So actually, when I said I'm going to Dallas next week, Leslie's response was, "I'll start looking for puppies." So
She's got you figured out, and I can't blame her. I'm like, you go to Dallas, and when you come back, you get what you get, and you don't have regret, right?
Yeah.
So Leslie, that's a carte blanche. Take the credit card. Zach's out of town. Every time he goes out of town, you should kind of go treat yourself to something. So, anyways, Leslie is saying that you love, and by the way, it is a very good looking dog.
Oh, she's awesome.
It's a very good looking dog. They got another German Shepherd, John. It's really good looking. So, anyways, Jeanette out there. Wow, there's John. Well, John's on YouTube. John is feeling. John's feeling like he's a kid left out of the playground.
Did I figure it out? Is that what you guys are on?
No.
Oh.
So we have the Restream chat, and what the Restream chat does, John, is we stream live to Facebook and YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And so on Facebook, we do the Pool Nation page and the Pool Nation podcast. So if anybody comments on any of those pages, it comes into one thread, right? So, so instead of me having to go to YouTube and having to go to Facebook and it's just all in one thread. So,
and is there a reason you've purposely not given me access to that, or what?
I sent you the link before, but typical thing, you probably ignored it on the WhatsApp because Zach has been in it, and so Zach is in it right now.
He didn't send it to you.
No, it's all right. I'm going to stick to YouTube right now. I created a channel. I didn't even know what the hell I did. So I said I needed to create a channel before I could post something. So here I go. Yeah. Here we go. I created a channel.
There you go. So, yep. So, so there's some of the comments. So an example, Michael, Benny, Leslie, they're all on Facebook. Todd's on Facebook. Janie's on Facebook. And then Jeanette and you are on YouTube. So they kind of can't see the rest of the mix of the conversation. But anyways, let's jump in here into a couple of things really quick. So I do want to thank this week, Renee Porter. She came out this week and God bless her heart, the air conditioner was out in Studio A, and it was rough. It was about anywhere from 82 to 84 in there. And she was a trooper, guys. She was just like, let's do this. Let's get this done. So we did some trainings. We did a fleet management. We did chemical storage. And Zach, what was the other one?
What was the other one?
It was the test to see if you...
Fleet management, chemical storage. No.
Cybersecurity.
Oh.
Cybersecurity. That was a big one. And she shares some of the cases that have gone on. It's actually pretty interesting. So anyway, so we got those out. We did have Rick English in studio, which, by the way, excuse me, everyone, Rick English, what an amazing guy, John. The amount of knowledge that this gentleman has is just absolutely amazing. And he came out to do a training class, and he recorded content for 6 hours yesterday. 6 hours.
He's a trooper, man. And I'm telling you, look, I've had the honor of being in one of his classes and listening to him teach and sitting down with him at dinner and having conversations with him about his experiences and just picking his brain when it comes down to, knowledge of pools and the structure and safety and inspecting them. And it kind of blows your mind, everything that he knows and understands. He's like an encyclopedia when it comes down to that stuff. But what's beautiful is he truly loves teaching and educating. And I had a conversation with him on the phone, and he used to be a professor out in Southern California, and that was his love and his passion, teaching. And he was more than willing to jump in and fly out to Dallas to shoot some of this content and do this, not just because he knows it's important, because he just really loves doing it. Right. So, somebody, just anybody, I don't care how old you are, whether you're 15 years old, 18 years old, 20 years old, or 80 years old, to be on your feet for 6+ hours, going through 300 slides of PowerPoint, and then to top it all off, to be there with you, Edgar. That's a tough task to overcome, but he managed.
No, he was an absolute trooper, and I mean, we were going for a long time, and and I told them, I said, hey, I know that we've been going for a while. So if you want, we could just end it here and you can kind of direct people over to your website for the rest of it, whatever you want to do. And he was like, nope, I'm getting through it. And he got through 6 hours of content. But when I tell you he went through everything, guys, he went through everything. I learned so many things yesterday with regards to even little things like diving boards, and because he does a lot of inspections, so he does a lot of the codes, right? So on one side you have codes, and then on the other side you have all the different manufacturer recommendations, and you have the PHTA. And so a lot of different things, like with the diving board, and how they're required to have the name of the company. They're supposed to have the serial numbers. They're supposed to have all that at all times. It's not just sometimes and not other times, it's at all times. The other thing that I didn't know is that it's recommended that the pool filters be installed 5 feet away from the timers, and that's to kind of prevent accidents. The other thing that uh, is obviously that Aquastar, we know that they've made an amazing filter, but the part of the security, and now I look at it, and I'm going to backtrack here and I'm going to give the disclosure. Okay. So Aquastar is, gosh, I'm going crazy here today. So Aquastar is a sponsor of the Pool Nation podcast, but I do have to tell you this after watching last night, Zach, and I was thinking about you as I was watching this, because we were looking at filters through the inspections and stuff like that. And it goes through all the security things with the band and all that kind of stuff. But he actually shared pictures of people that have been injured by filters. And so he showed a picture of, it was actual Pool Pro. And the guy unfortunately got smashed. And when he got smashed in his and he had to have, and I guess this was like 80s or 90s, and the guy had to have like $250,000 worth of reconstructive surgeries and all that kind of stuff. So I need to take my hat off to Aquastar for really kind of, after all these years, creating that filter that is absolutely safe. But they're shocking, Zach, because you're you talk about it, but it's different when you see something visual. And when they share the pictures, and you see the damage that it could do, it's actually pretty freaking scary.
Yeah, no, and I had the same feeling. It's like we're not always exposed to these things. And you shared one of the photos with me, and as I immediately got on my phone and just started texting everyone, hey, make sure you're, just a reminder, because it's like you just don't think about these things. And we have, I think 61 filter cleans going on here over the next few weeks, and it's like we just get in the rhythm, right? And nothing generally happens, and we get a little bit, kind of lazy or cut corners, or I was thinking about how many times I'm leaning over a filter, I'm sitting right there leaning over it, flipping the switch because I'm trying to reach it. And it's like, man, you don't think about it, but when you see it, it's really eye opening. And it's like, oh, okay, crap. Like, that's scary. And even, a small percentage of this happening is too much, right? And it can happen to anyone at any time for just a random fluke or whatever. So that was really shocking to me to see.
Yeah, and and I've shared it before. I shared the one time that I had one that almost took my head off, and even at that, I kind of laughed, right? Like, you just kind of, you laugh it off. But you think about it, and it's pretty freaking scary about it. So I started thinking about you right away, because I know that you have employees, and safety is always a big concern for you. And so that's something huge. I think about all the times that I just kind of, you go out, you put the filter back together, and then you turn it on, and you're just leaning over the freaking filter. Like it just, you kind of get into that routine. So anyways, Aquastar, big huge shout out for,
Yeah.
and it's the only filter out there that is, uh, that has that safety feature, built into it, that's going to prevent that.
You think about it, and we think safety feature, and something that kind of clicked with me was customers. It's protecting the customer as well, because if an accident happens, the customer can be liable. And so when you're talking about, hey, we want to upgrade your filter, this is really outdated, we need to hear it. This is why we want to move with this filter, like because there's safety features built into it. It not only protects the technician doing the job, but it protects them from potential liability if something happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And you're protecting the customer, you're protecting your employees, you're protecting yourself, right? And so, anyway, once again, Aquastar, big huge shout out to you for creating that and creating that safety feature into that filter right there. So, anyway, so big huge shout out to Renee, big huge shout out to Rick English. Want to talk really quick about the Pool Nation Boot Camp that we're going to be having at the International Pool and Spa Show. And what we're going to do is we're going to be doing some hands-on training classes. We're going to be doing the variable speed pump. We're going to be doing ozones, heater classes. Hayward's going to do an automation. And where we want this to be different is this is really going to be a hands-on. You're going to be cutting conduit. You're going to be cutting wires. You're going to be replacing temp sensors. You're going to be really kind of in that mode where you have tools in hands replacing. We're going to connect them to, Intermatic timers, to automations, to doing, all of. And the other thing that we're going to be doing is we will be doing some of the regular, classes that we do. So this is our, first Pool Nation boot camp. Next year when we go to Dallas, it's going to be a multi-day boot camp. But we're super excited about that. Super excited about the women's networking event. John, I checked it today. We have 90 women signed up out of 100.
Dude, that was like 20 we added in just a week, right?
So it's funny because all of a sudden I logged in yesterday, just yesterday alone. Like I had seen the other ones, and it was like 5 of them by morning time.
Yeah, every time we talk about it and we bring it up, we get a boost of. But we're capped out at how many?
100, 102,
yeah,
102.
So
I'm super excited. And look, we have everything from, and I'm talking pool gals that are coming from back east, from the West Coast. We're talking about, CEOs. We're talking about VPs of sales and marketing. We have sales reps. I'm super excited, and I'm going to give this big, huge shout out to Hayward. Okay. Because so far, John, Zach, they have like 7 or 8 of their female reps that are going to be coming over to the event. And, it's one of those things that we talk about it all the time. We talk about it to everybody in general, but they are not only, supporting us by having the women come, but also supporting the women that work for them. So that shout out goes to Hayward out there. I really appreciate you guys. Sending them out here, and they've been texting me, they've been messaging me. They're all excited about it. So we're super excited to have them out. The other thing that we wanted to talk about is that, the app, John, just continues to go crazy. We have been doing a big, huge push to get a lot more content out there. So we had Alicia that came out. We had Ray Pack that came out. We had Renee that came out, did that. Rick that did. Next week, we have Jason coming out. And then after Jason, we have Aquastar coming out. We're going to be doing some stuff on ozone as well. So there is a big, huge push out there. And, definitely super excited about that and getting all that content on there. And then the other beauty of it, John, I know you were asking me, but the employer thing is completed. So I did talk to Zach. So Zach's going to test it out for us with a couple of his team, and then Chad from Stellar Pools. And then we have 2 other pool companies that want to test it. So we're going to take it for a test run. And basically what the employers are going to be able to do is they're going to be able to log in and have their employees register. Give them an email, it gives them a Pool Nation number. The employer creates the password and then puts on the app what they want that specific pool tech to be able to see. So everybody can see different things out there. So anyways,
let's talk about the views, dude, on the app. Did we talk about that? We got the numbers that came in for how many views on the videos for the courses.
So you know what? I'll take a look at it. So I looked at it. Let's see here. So talk for just a second, John, and I'll pull it up on my screen here and I'll tell you right now.
Well, I know when we originally started talking about it, I think it was like about a month or so ago, we were up into like the teens, like 10, 20 some thousand. And then we went up to like 30. And then I think the last number we had was over 50,000 views, which is just bonkers. And I think it was like 35 or 40,000 came from mobile. And then a little over 10 or 13,000 was from desktop, where people logged on via desktop or through a computer to watch the courses. And that just blew my mind how many times people have gone on there and watched the courses and taken the classes and considering all the content that we're going to be pushing this month. As far as we're literally almost going to double what we have as far as courses, actually probably more when you break it down, when it comes down to individual different topics that we're going to be covering. And I know you spoke about our 3 new instructors that are getting on there, but or 4 of them actually. Did you talk about our new little Pool Nation channel that we're going to be doing?
I have not. No.
Okay, so I'm excited about this one. So our biggest, well, the one thing we love is having everybody answer or ask us questions, and it's a running joke that by the time we get through all the questions, it's going to be like 10, 20 years from now. But I think we're well over 100 questions in the backlog, and we do our best to answer them. And it's not because, we don't want to get to them. It's just that when we talk about them, they're a lot more than just a simple yes or no question. Everybody who's actually sent us these questions, they're in depth, very thoughtful, right? It's not like, oh, where should your pH be? Or you know what I mean? Or what do I do in this situation? Like a yes or no or black or white answer. So a lot of it's more business oriented or in depth, and we like to really unpack everything and turn it into story time. Between Zach and I and Edgar, we can sit and take a simple question and turn it into a 2-hour topic. So we're well aware of that. One of the, our psychiatrists and our therapists have told us that we need to be aware of where our faults are, right, and where our deficiencies are, and we've come to accept them. So instead of changing what we're doing, we're just, hey, we need to or create a channel, because we can't wait every Wednesday or just every Friday in order to answer these questions. So we created a Pool Nation channel. And that Pool Nation channel is going to be uploaded to the app. It's going to be where Edgar and myself and Zach are going to answer these questions and only be there. So instead of going online and taking a course, you're going to go to our Pool Nation channel, and that channel is going to be, hey, look, here's a question that was brought up. This is what the question was, and then this is what our response is, and here's the answer to it. So that way, more importantly, it'll be cataloged as well. So people will be able to go back and then with the search function and stuff, say, hey, well, this question was already answered, and they can go back and look at it via the video or through our app or website, and just make it a little bit more easier, accessible, because a lot of questions have been asked before, and it unfortunately, doing them on the lives or doing them on the podcast, it's hard unless you're listening to it live or constantly listening to it. Or, sometimes we learn something and then it's easy to forget it. And sometimes you want to be able to go back to it. And then it's like, okay, now I got to go through 400 podcasts to figure out where John said this or where Zach said this or where Edgar said that, right?
Yeah, it's happened before.
Yeah, or how am I going to go through all these lives, right? And then it's just like, we got to sort through all the stuff. So we're going to categorize them and create a catalog and a search function. And we're going to have a home base for it where people... one, where they ask their questions, and 2, where we're going to go answer them, or where they can go find it and then go back and revisit it when they need to. So I'm really excited about that.
I can't tell Zach, I'm going to make fun of John because I talked about the numbers on, what was it, on the Instagram Live? And then today's Friday, 2 days later, and he doesn't remember the numbers that I said.
You said 53,000.
He's got a bit going on though.
Right? Did you not say 53,000?
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. 53 or 65.
So we are currently at 65,800 views, 53,400. That's what I said. 53,400 is from phones and 12,000.4. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
See,
you're
dude,
right.
I am a freak with numbers, bro. You
I
can't.
apologize.
You can't see. Look, you didn't even know them. I knew them. I told you the one thing with me with numbers, man. I remember shit like that, and I nailed it to the T.
You did on those.
I did.
I thought you were talking about the general numbers,
No,
but you weren't. You were
I
talking about.
nailed it. And then look at you. You got caught. You were trying to run me over, right? And then you're the one who looks like a weirdo. Perfect. Ginkgo biloba. You're muted now. This is perfect. I love it. This is look. We had our comedy section at the last live, and now we're doing an encore. We're continuing it on the podcast here now. Edgar's having technical difficulties, and his mic is gone. So Edgar, just speak slowly, and what we're going to do is we're going to practice on our lip reading abilities here.
I'll translate for him.
Yeah, you will. We'll start throwing up sign language. So what do you think? I know Zach is going like, oh my God, right? we were going to keep watch. We were like, look, we were talking. We're trying to figure out the times, right? We're going to originally do it this morning, and then it didn't work out because we had some things that we had to take care of. And then we said, okay, look, hey, we're going to do it around 8:00 Texas time or 8:30. And Zach's like, no, let's get it done. It started at 8:00. And then of course something happens with me, and then we push it back a little bit, right? And by the time we get on and started, we're like at 8:30. And then by the time we get done jibber jabbing and talking, and here we are, right? We're literally an hour into it, almost 45 minutes into it. We haven't even gotten to a question yet. So
can you hear me or not?
I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
So here's the other thing. The weird thing is I can't hear myself in my headphones. So, but as long as you guys can hear me, that's fine. So
yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, it's funny, John, because you were right. You nailed it right down to the number. So
yeah.
Anyways. So, guys, let's jump in really quick. Let's talk about the categories for the pool. Oh, so for those of you that asking, we are going to be coming. We did a post for something that's going to be coming out soon that we're working on. That is going to be pretty epic. We're super excited about it, but we're going to announce that probably in about 2 weeks, John. So they're saying I need to be a tad bit louder. Let's see if that works. Does that work a little bit better?
Your mic's not. It's through your laptop.
It's through my laptop. It's not letting me change now, of course. So I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna go switch my headsets here.
I'm having such a great time right now.
I'm gonna switch my headsets.
You know how mad he is about his audio.
Yeah.
My audio drives me absolutely crazy. It's the number one thing that drives me crazy. So I'm going to change headsets. I'm going to let you guys talk. So guys, can you talk about the categories while I grab my other headset?
Yeah. So you want me to start, Zach? So let's go with this year. We took everybody's feedback and we mixed or we changed some of the categories. We took a few off and then we added a couple just to fine tune and do exactly what you guys want, right? Because the whole purpose of doing the Pool Nations Award is about the pool pro and the pool girl out there and what you guys and gals want to celebrate yearly. So without further ado, the final categories are: number 1, variable speed pump of the year; 2, best residential filter of the year; 3, automation of the year; 4, innovative product of the year; and 5, salt system of the year.
And then we have number 6, which is best value automation; number 7, which is trainer of the year.
New.
Yeah. Number 8, which is Pool Nation Hall of Fame; number 9, which is a Pool Nation Hall of Fame; and then number 10, which is always a fun one, is best truck wrap.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you better for sure. You look weird without your headset on, though.
Yeah, I had to put these on because what happened is
I
unplugged my mic, it kind of.
You look younger though for some reason with your headset off. I think you should keep it off.
I should keep them off.
Yeah, you should keep them off. You look younger. Maybe I need to keep them off too. Hold on, let me take mine off. How do I look? Do I look better? I can't hear myself and I can't hear you guys, but it sounds great. I think I look better with them off, so I think I'm gonna stick with this.
You know what we're gonna do is they have the Shure headsets that are the ones that you put like behind your head. You kind of go like that, and
I think I'm gonna do that. Dude, if I could shave like 2 or 3 years off my look, I think I'm all for it. So I think I'm going to do that.
I actually like that a lot better too, John.
Right, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. So we're going to switch.
I think we're going to do that.
They're sure they're the same. It's the same brand of the mics that we use.
Yeah.
You just plug them into the back of the mic and you put them over to the back, almost like the TV people.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Let's order them.
All right.
You want to? All right. Look, so I'm gonna go with number 11 is going to be Builder of the Year. Number 12, Distributor of the Year. 13, Sales Rep of the Year. 14, Heater of the Year. And number 15 is Pool Guy of the Year.
Number 16, we have Pool Girl of the Year. Number 17, we have Lifetime Achievement Award. Number 18, we have Zach, John, and Edgar Award. 19, Retailer of the Year. And 20, Pool Cleaner Suction Set.
Cool. And let's finish it off. We'll leave Edgar out completely here. Number 21 is Heat Pump of the Year. 22 is Woman Trailblazer of the Year. 23 is 30 Under 40 Male of the Year. And number 24 is 30 Under 40 Female of the Year. So 24 categories. Actually, it's really 24 categories, 23 awards. Well, it's 24 awards, but 23 categories, 24 awards, because the Pool Nation Hall of Fame, we have 2 of them.
Right.
So, yeah.
So definitely super excited about that. Super excited about those. The beauty of it is not this week, the following week, Chris, Pool Guy of the Year, and Michelle, Pool Girl of the Year, they're coming out. They're going to do the podcast. We're going to officially announce the opening of the Pool Nation Award, the nominations. I was working with the team today, testing the page. We've added a couple things to it, and believe it or not, it's 21 days away from opening up for nominations. And I've already been getting messages from people saying, I'm going to nominate this one. I'm going to nominate that one. So Edgar sounds far away. So for everybody that knows me, you're going to know that's, if you want to hurt me, that's the one thing that you have to say is you have to say that I sound far away when I'm dealing with my audio. Because if there's one thing that I hate dealing with in post is audio.
He's like struggling inside right now.
I'm stressed out right now.
Like internal Edgar is having a really bad evening.
Yeah. So I think that's the one thing, Jeanette, that can get me down is really when
holding your mic up's not helping.
It's not helping. I think it's coming from the computer. Let me open up my computer and see if that.
I should have just let you keep holding the mic up.
Yeah. So now it's saying that I can't access my video. I don't know. I'm having a bad day over here. So anyways.
So now we got questions. Yeah. Should we break?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's take a quick word from our
I love Zach, dude. Zach is like, let's get on schedule here.
We're gonna get through these questions one way or another.
Let's take a word from our sponsors. I will try to deal with this mess here with the audio while we're on break, and we'll be right back.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision-crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add recurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double-locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so we are officially going to drop the live, and then we're going to rejoin because I did get him. Believe it or not, I got a message from Kevin. Hey, it's Kevin. I just happened to tune in. Your mic sounds really bad.
You got to answer to Kevin.
And I got to answer to Kevin. So everybody listening, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and drop the live really quick, and we're going to rejoin just completely right to it. So boys, I'm going to stop this one here. Anybody that's watching this on Facebook, YouTube, kind of jump it back and watch the one that comes right after that. We'll be right back so we can fix this mic issue.